Hi, and welcome to Connect. This is our final episode for 2020, and what a year it's been. In this episode, Stuart Hinds will take us through some treatment options for popliteus, and Davey, our CEO, and Andrew Gallagher, our president, will take some time to reflect on 2020. And Jeff Shearer talks about marketing your clinic. Merry Christmas. See you in 2021. Stand by for our next episode of Connect.
So as we transition up this medial compartment, we've addressed the medial head of soleus, our friend's flexor dig, tib post. We come up just a little bit extra further now and we're going to hit, once again, one of my favourites, the wonderful popliteus. So as we know, this muscle wraps around the back of the knee, and obviously it helps extend the knee, especially as we run. So it is highly important to knee biomechanics. And as far as I'm concerned, this whole medial chain here is just littered with pure gold. And these trigger points are just highly, highly important in terms of treating a lot of lower limb injuries that our runners will have. And popliteus is right up there. So once again, how are we going to address this safely and also effectively? Once again, we're going to use the same sort of process again, but the anatomy changes a little bit more now. We come down to the medial condyle of the tibia here, and the idea is that we'll probably find the lower pole or portion of it. We're going to come down about 3 or 4 finger widths, so 3 for me, drag across, and it should find that the trigger point for popliteus will be situated in this area. So once again, we're going to nestle in between the medial portion of the tibia and also the medial portion of the gastros. Okay, so we've got to be able to nestle in there, get comfortable safely and effectively. Okay, so once again, as I said, we're going to be working all along here first just to prepare the area, and then we come in with our broad forearm. So bring the foot just over slightly so that you can move it when you need to. And then we're going to come in with that broad forearm again. Okay, so it's not the elbow, it's broad. Okay, so we're going to come up. Once again, I'm going to nestle in just in between that medial portion of the tib, push out the medial head of gastro, and then I'm just going to slowly slide and glide along there until I find out exactly where I am, so which is about there. And once again, then we just sink in. Softly, slowly, okay? Gauge our client's feedback in terms of where we're at. Too much, too little, James?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, okay, that's good. Once again, we want to check in with them, make sure that we're not sinking in too far, too fast, because it's all about sinking in safely and effectively and slowly. So come in here. Now, the referral for this can vary. A lot of people will feel it right in the back of their knee, but some people feel it wrap right around to the front of the knee, almost to the lateral portion of the knee as well. It does vary, or deep into the gastro itself. So I'm just sinking in there, and I'm finding the tissue just starting to open up a little bit. As I said, I can just lean forward a little bit more, and then, once again, as I said, a little bit of passive movement there. Just helps speed things up a bit. Also, we're able to mobilise the tissue around that area. And it's only a small portion of tissue that we're trying to address here. So once again, we can come down a little bit inferior. We can go a little bit superior. Push out a little bit more posterior. Sink in. Still like comfortable? Yep, no problems. Beautiful, and I just sit there, slowly feel it sinking away. It was highly effective. Okay, and with all these trigger points, it is all about coming out the same way that you went in. So we're just basically going to go out slowly, the same way that we went in. Okay, so that's popliteus.
Hello, I'm Davey, CEO of Massage and Myotherapy Australia, and I'm here with Director and President Andrew. Hi.
Hi, Anne. How are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm great.
After such a huge year.
What a big year it's been.
Oh, it has. So thanks for being here. And you know, 2020 was such a long year and so much has happened in industry, to people's personal lives, to the association. But one of the major events was we said goodbye to our long-term CEO, Tricia Hughes.
Yeah, that's right, Anne. So most of the members would probably realise that Tricia's been our inaugural and only CEO over the last 18 years, and really was the driving force behind drawing together a whole bunch of state-based, sometimes competitive associations into one unified, significant association representing the massage and myotherapy practitioners at a national level. So it's important to recognise the contribution that Tricia's made, and I'm sure I speak on Anne's behalf as well when we, and the members, where we extend our thanks and appreciation of all the hard work that Trish has put in, or had put in, over the last 18 years for your benefit.
On that note, the year and the changes that happened and the roller coaster of what COVID-19 was, with the federal directions being provided to our members, but health is actually a state-based responsibility. What effect did it have on you? You know, you're a practitioner, Andrew. What effect did it have on you?
Me personally, initially things slowed down, but because in my practice I'm also a physiotherapist as well as practicing in the area of myofascial pain, it probably didn't have the same effect as it had on most of our members, because also working in a regional area, I was still able to practice. And because I work in a medical clinic, we had specific guidelines. But certainly as a board, we recognise that the COVID situation has had a huge impact on our members, not only in terms of their financial situations, but obviously in a significant effect on their mental health and well-being, as well as that of their clients, which they also then have to deal with as practitioners.
Absolutely. We got a lot of feedback from members that their clients were calling them and all they wanted was treatment. It wasn't all about their practice and the economic issues that happened. But the association did try and provide a lot of services on top of the normal services, you know, in the business continuity plan, you know, ranging from tiles, social media tiles, to posters, to deferral of their membership payments, which was a real benefit to the members. And we worked with the health funds to get their first aid amnesty so that they didn't have to worry about their first aid. So hopefully it provided enough support to the members.
Yeah, and I think the feedback I've got from members in respect of those measures that the association undertook was that it was appreciated, and I think the membership also has had an appreciation of the effort and energy that has gone into providing those services. And I suppose what it does highlight to all of us is that the old adage, there is strength in numbers, and the advantages of being in a professional association. You know, when things are going really well, you probably don't think much about the importance of your membership, but certainly this year with the COVID situation, that's really demonstrated the importance of belonging to a membership, belonging to an association, and it's certainly highlighted the importance of having a well-structured organisation that has contacts and that can in fact put things into play fairly quickly to provide the support that was necessary to the membership.
And on that note, the affiliation we had with the other three associations, a first in history, getting that united messaging out to the members was very powerful, and that's going to continue into the future with the other like-minded associations.
Yeah, I think that was really important, that at times there are differences between various associations, but it was really good to see that the various associations were able to come together and provide that unified perspective to not only our own members, but also to the public, which I think adds to the credibility of our members and the work that they do.
And amongst all of that, communication was key with our members, just getting the information in and the information back out to our members. And you spent a bit of time on the radio.
Yes, well, I did a couple of radio interviews over that period of time, and that was great because it demonstrated that, one, there was that ongoing awareness of massage and myotherapy as a practice, And certainly, particularly in my interview I did with the Tasmanian ABC radio station, there was definitely awareness from the interviewer at the time of how this must be affecting our membership, and a realisation that the work that we do, that hands-on, direct, close, intimate contact, and the lack of that occurring and the inability to perform those services was really one of the major impacts of the COVID virus scenario.
It was. But business still had to go on, the business of the association. We still have a strategic plan. We still had to administer details to private health funds. But above all of that, we formed some great partnerships with people all over the world, which was fantastic to see, and we're going to continue those partnerships. And those were all shown on the Wellness Project. So if you haven't seen the Wellness Project, hop onto our website and search for it, because there's some really interesting people on there, including Dr. Norman Swan, who is the face of COVID-19, but also people from Ireland and the UK and the US just talking about their experiences during COVID-19, and Ruth Werner, who we got the copyright for her article on whether it's safe to massage a COVID-19 survivor, so to speak, which was really, really good to be able to share with the members. So
well, I think also that again, those international connections, and I think that's happened across a broad range of areas in society in general, because this is probably one of those unique situations in our history where something has affected the whole world. So it's not as if we were isolated in the impact on us, and so there was that. I think that empathy that sort of is generated across borders, because we're all experiencing and going through a range of difficulties, none of which we would have even dreamt about this time last year.
No, exactly. So the world got that much bigger, but that much smaller.
That's so true.
So now we're going to say goodbye to some directors.
We are. We're having, as you're well aware, the membership we have obviously a board, and we have directors that represent you on a state basis. So we're actually losing 3 directors this year. Of course, they will all be replaced. So it's important to recognise these people. So the 3 directors who are leaving are James Flaxman from South Australia, Paula Nutting, who represents members in Queensland, and Steve Westacott, who represents the members in Victoria. So as the president of the association, I would like to extend my thanks and appreciation of all the work that those 3 members have put in over several years. And also to remind the membership that the directors do this in a voluntary capacity. They put time aside to fulfil their duties, and at all times really are working hard to keep your interests foremost in their minds. So once again, I'd like to thank those 3 departing board directors for their tireless work over the last few years.
And the directors remaining as well.
Yes, we shouldn't. We don't want to take our remaining directors for granted, and of course we will have directors who will be coming in and taking the place of those directors who are leaving.
That's right. But also, it's a good point to thank our members for their support, ongoing support throughout the year, and hopefully, you'll remain with us as we support you through the post-COVID times.
And yes, next year can only be better. So on that note, I'd like to wish all our membership a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year, COVID-free.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Hello guys, Jeff from Ethical Practice and Evolve Natural Medicine. I'm here today to provide you with a tip on how to create successful and sustainable practice thanks to Massage and Myotherapy Australia, who've supported this process. So today I want to talk about marketing. Yes, marketing. It's that part of practice that so many of us really kind of resist. We feel like it's a bit sleazy, it's a bit salesy. We don't want to appear too pushy. But it's really important that we recognise that marketing essentially is education. It's a bridge, it's a way of being able to connect you with the people that you're trying to help. And to build that bridge, we need to sit down and think about what our message is. What are we trying to articulate out into the world. What are the modalities that we practice? What are the benefits of those modalities? What are the things that we treat? How do we treat them? What's the process? The more that we're able to get this information out into the world, the more someone's more likely to understand what it is that we actually do, how we can help them, and also what the benefit is. The benefit of that is you get to be able to help more people doing the thing that you love to do. Now, because I'm sneaky, I'm going to throw in one extra tip today. Whatever you do in practice, never give up. It's so often I see practitioners who are absolutely amazing in what they do, who give up before they're about to achieve the success that they can, mainly because they've had a few roadblocks along the way in being able to build a successful, being able to build a sustainable practice. Understand that success takes time. Understand that success is always paved on the road of many failures. Take the time to accept part of this process. Get up, dust yourself on, and never give up. Thanks for your time. All the best in your successful and, of course, ethical practice.
Have you considered becoming a certified specialist? It's a tangible marker that your services meet nationally recognised standards of excellence, enabling the public to make informed choices when looking for a massage therapist or myotherapist. The opportunity to become a certified specialist is open to all therapists nationally. For more information, visit massagemyotherapy.com.au/certification.